Good day, hi ho kids, and welcome to our today's discussion. So before this video, you must read a poem on page number 3 entitled I Am Special. Now on that poem, there are some underlined words, and those words are eyes, books, cakes, loaves, friends, apples, and mates. Now, all of these words right here are examples of what we call nouns. So, when we say nouns, these are names of persons, things, animals, places, or events. Now, let's go back to the words. Now, can you notice something with these words? They are all ending with what? If your answer is S or ES, then you are correct. If our noun ends with S or ES, then we have a noun that is in the plural form. So when we say singular, it means only one. And when we say plural, it means more than one or two or more. For example, girl to girls and boy to boys. Now, our topic for today is about the pluralization of regular nouns. And for this one, we have 7 rules. Now, let us start. For the first rule, it says, for most nouns that end with a consonant or vowel, add s. For example, we have book to books, camera to cameras, chair to chairs, apple to apples, and student to students. Next, for our rule number 2, for nouns that end with sh, ch, s, ss, z, and zz, we are going to add es at the end. For example, we have brush to brushes, match to matches, bus to buses, class to classes, fox to foxes, and buzz to buzzes. For our rule number 3A, for most nouns that end with F, FF, or FE, we are going to add S at the end. For example, reef to reefs, cuff to cuffs, and safe to safes. And for our rule number 3B, for some nouns that end with F, FF, or FE, we are going to change F to letter V, and then we are going to add ES. For example, we have life to lives, wife to wives, half to halves, and calf to calves. And for our rule number 4A, it says, for most nouns that end with letter O, we are going to add S. For example, solo to solos, zero to zeros, and radio to radios. And for our rule number 4B, it says, for most nouns that end with letter O and preceded by a consonant, we are going to add ES. It means that before the letter O, we have a consonant. For example, potato to potatoes. Before letter O, we have letter T. And letter T is an example of a consonant. That is why we are going to add ES at the end. Another example is echo to echoes. Again, before the letter O, we have letter H. For our rule number 5A, for nouns that end with Y, preceded by a consonant, change Y to I and then add ES. So again, for this one, before letter Y, there must be a consonant. For example, lady to ladies. Before letter Y, we have letter D, and letter D is a consonant. So we are going to change letter Y to letter I, and then we are going to add ES. Same as with the second example. Baby to babies. For our rule number 5B, for nouns that end with Y, preceded by a vowel, we are just going to add S. So it means that before letter Y, there must be a vowel, or A, E, I-O-U. For example, monkey to monkeys. Before letter Y, we have the letter E. And tray to trays. Before the letter Y, we have a letter A. For our rule number 6, for compound nouns that are joined by hyphens, add S to the main word or to the first word. For example, mother-in-law to mothers-in-law and commander-in-chief to commanders-in-chief. Again, for compound nouns that are joined by hyphens, just add S to the first or to the main word. And for our last rule, for compound nouns that are single words, follow the usual rule in forming their plural noun or plural form. For example, butterfly to butterflies and toothbrush to toothbrushes. Now, there are some points that you need to remember in this lesson. First, singular means only one, and plural means more than one or two or more. And the last one is, always follow the rule in changing singular noun to its plural form. Now, for you to try this topic, I have here the Kahoot pin. Kindly go to kahoot.com. And with that, I will now say goodbye. Goodbye, hi, you kids.